Attack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Tompkins. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. First down here for the offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Third and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
The give to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To the air, it's Everett. Fires the pass, intercepted. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
Pressure coming. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Trying to get to him. Setting up the screen. At the 40, there he goes. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs. And that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll run it from the gun. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. You put it all on display on that side.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. A strike downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up for the PAT. Right down the boulevard. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kansas State has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today. And if you thought this coach was colorful before, wait till his postgame. They're trailing by 21 to Colorado. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt it.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, LSU! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Everett. Coming after him. Got out of trouble and throws. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Touchdown, Tigers! How about that D coming up with a play like that? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, and making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. To throw, it's Everett. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Complete downfield. Got enough space. Touchdown, Longhorns. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Tompkins. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Working the middle. It's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Makes his connection. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
He's looking to throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. It's complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
And now on second down for this offense. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Gets it out quickly. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. LSU now operating in the red zone. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to move it through the air. Into the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. Fights off a defender. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On 1st down from their own 22. Back to pass, it's Everett. Release to the back. Got his man in stride. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And he'll make the catch at the 15. Touchdown, Texas! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it. On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He wants to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, LSU 28, Texas 21.
The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. Going for the return. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Got his man on the right. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Brings up second down.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Pulls it in. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes all three levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Leaves it with the running back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They want to run this quarterback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up here.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Would have been a long field goal, 54 yards from here, so instead they'll try to move the chains. It's 4th and short. Try to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Here comes the Texas offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense,
they can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
Whew, deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
That last play is the epitome of why you have to have a short-term memory. Just forget about that one. Back to throw, it's Everett. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught, and he's knocked down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
By the receiver. Picks up one. Brings up second down.
This offense has a second down play. He wants to throw it again. He's got an open man. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
This tight end's a weapon because he can give you yak after the catch. You see him break that tackle? That was pretty impressive, showing off his athleticism.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Trying play action. Starting to feel a little pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC would be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
On third down, he drops the throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Tompkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. Gets it past the marker. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to throw, it's Everett. He looks that one in nicely. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers. They'll try the run. He breaks a tackle. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll put the tight end in motion. Now the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's McLeod. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Powers through the defender. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. 1st down. And the Longhorns look to keep this drive humming.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Dropping back, it's Everett. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see fourth down, but it's better than throwing another pick.
We've seen a lot of good hands in the back end of this defense in this game. They've got multiple interceptions. That was not a good example, though. That should have been another one, but they say people play defense for a reason.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. They're trying to get to it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but he couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Fast motion from the offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on third down coming up. Let's call it third and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, LSU.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Catch in the middle, it's Bond. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the 4th quarter.
College football is a game of inches. Let's see how this thing plays out, man. They were just trying to ice the game. If they could have gotten that 4th down, that was ball game. Now the opponent has life. Their defense has given them a chance. Let's see what they can do.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Quickly out to the tight end. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. With the catch, it's McLeod. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the 1st down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. It's caught downfield. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a 1st down at the 12. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. Huge moment coming here as they try to quiet this raucous, crazy crowd. He's going to pass. It's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Back to throw, it's Everett. Touchdown, Longhorns! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And how about this QB coming up clutch in a big moment? Gotta have it. You've dreamed about it your whole life. He puts the ball on the money. They make the catch. Take the lead with seconds remaining on the clock.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. He's taking the deep shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's picked off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. On the move. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build, that confidence. You know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.